Chapter 11. Historical Monuments of India. Introduction. Historical buildings are the sources of knowledge about India's glorious past. History of a country can be learned either through written records of ancient monuments existing in the country. We do not have much written record of our country, so we try to find out our history through the ancient constructions that is spread all over the country. Historical buildings and monuments are silent witness of our magnificent and glorious past and rich heritage. These are places of historic, scientific and scenic interest. Our glorious past and rich varied heritage is reflected in our majestic monuments. Our Indian heritage. The tradition or legacy left for us by the earlier generations is known as our heritage. Palaces, forts, minarets, tombs, temples, stupas and such monuments and buildings are our heritage. Each and every heritage buildings are of great historic value. They tell us about the way of people lead their life, culture and craftsmanship in those days. The architecture, paintings and carving of the monuments tell us about the people at that time, their social, political and religious beliefs. Take a look at some monuments of India. Stupas. Buddhist stupas are the earliest monuments that are survived. Every stupa has a sacred object inside. Stupas are the large domed halls made of stones. Sanchi Stupa is one of the most beautiful and famous stupa in India built by Ashoka originally. Caves. Ajanta and Ellora caves are known for cave temples and architecture that attract tourists in large numbers. The craft work of these caves was done by the workers organized in groups. These caves can be seen at Ajanta for painting and Ellora for architecture at Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Ajanta paintings have rich and varied shades of yellow, brown, red and green. Blue was used sparingly. The blue pigment was made from costly import material lapis lazuli. The greatest monument of Ellora is a temple of Lord Shiva. It was carved out of a cliff. The workers started at the top and slowly downwards. This temple is known as Kailash Temple. Most of the earliest buildings are magnificent temples situated at different places. Some of them are Shore Temple and Ratha Temple of Mahabalipuram, Somnath Temple of Gujarat, magnificent Meenakshi Temple of Madurai. Temple of Konark is dedicated to sun god or Surya and is made as his chariot. Meenakshi temple has two shrines that are dedicated to Meenakshi, who is sister of Lord Vishnu, and son Dareshwara, that is Lord Shiva. In the temple there is a hall that has 1,000 pillars in it. The brightly colored Gopuram or tower can be seen from a distance. Ashokan pillars. About 2,000 years ago, Indians had reached a very high standard in stone carving. The Ashokan pillars of India were carved from single block of stone. These pillars show a mastery over material. Though made of sandstone, they shine as if they are made of brass. Strangely, this high polish technique was never used in Indian sculpture. Some of these pillars are 14 meters high, surmounted with finely carved capitals. One such capital, the lion capital from Sarnath, has been adopted as India's state emblem. Other remarkable is iron pillar at Delhi, that is made of single piece of iron, 7.33 m in length, The pillar tapers down from a base of 40 centimeters onto 30 centimeters at the top. It weighs about 6 tons. Although standing for nearly 1600 years, it has remained rust-free till today. From the time of Islamic sultans to Mughal Empire, a large number of buildings were built. These buildings show distinct Islamic architecture. Qutub Minar. The Qutub Minar was built in 1200 AD, one of the finest monuments in India. It is 239 feet high and highest stone tower in India. Gol Gumbaj. This is another wonderful monument of this period. Gol Gumbaj is situated at Bijapur. It is one of the largest round domes in the world, second only to St. Peter's Dome in Rome. The dome measures 42 meters diameter. Taj Mahal. The most famous monument of India is the Taj Mahal. It is one of the wonders of the world at Agra. Agra is situated about 200 kilometers from Delhi on the bank of river Yamuna. The delicate inlay work on the white marble has given color and design to the monument. The majestic white marble monument is a major tourist attraction. Usually kings and their families with soldiers and a large number of ministers lived in forts. Rajput kings of Rajasthan built massive forts of stones to protect their kingdom. Golconda Fort. The ruins of Golconda stand as backdrop to the city of Hyderabad. The original fort was built by Kakatiyas in 1193. The original mud fortress was strengthened during next 62 years. The fort's outermost walls traverse a circumference of approximately 7 kilometers with 87 semicircular bastions and 8 huge gates. Red Fort. It is constructed with red stone and it is situated at Delhi. In Red Fort there are Divan-i-Khas and Divamayam. King meets the public in Divanayam and listen their problems. In Divan-i-Khas only nobles were allowed to see and talk the king. The king sit on a throne that was embroiled with jewels and diamonds named Peacock Throne. After Mughal, Britishers came to India and ruled the country. They also built many magnificent buildings. Gateway of India. It was built at Mumbai in welcome of Prince of England at his visit to India. It is situated near the sea in Mumbai. Now it is an important historical monument. India Gate, All Indian War Memorial. It was built by Britishers in the memory of the soldiers who sacrificed their lives in the World War I in Delhi. Now a flame called Amar Jawan Jyoti is burning round the clock in memory of martyrs who sacrificed their lives in defending the country. Residence of Governor-General. It was built in Delhi by Britishers as residence of Governor-General of India. It became the residence of President of India and now called Rashtrapati Bhavan. It has 450 rooms and large Mughal garden. Golden Temple. The very beautiful Golden Temple is revered by Sikhs as Harmandir Sahib, is situated in Amritsar in Punjab. The Golden Temple was built in 1604 by 4th Sikh Guru Sri Arjan Dev. The walls of the main temple were overlaid with gold foil during the reign of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. UNESCO has recognized many World Heritage Sites in India. Some of the recognized heritage buildings in our country are Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, C.S.T. in Mumbai. Golden Temple. Kumbhalgarh Fort in Rajasthan. Qutub Minar in Delhi. Taj Mahal in Agra. Sanchi Stupa in Sanchi. Sometimes people travel to different places and cities to enjoy their holidays. They make their tours to visit historical places to see the old monuments. By visiting, these people came to know the history and the glory of the past. Ecogeological Survey of India is looking after these buildings in India, but it is our duty to preserve the beauty of these buildings.